New developments in a story that we've been following. Tenants at a Fairdale apartment complex have called out the mold that's been growing there. The paper trail of complaints started back in July.
And now, over 3 months later, the complaints are continuing. We first told you about the problems at the crossing at South Park at the beginning of September. Some residents moved out over the issue where mold grew around their vents and electrical outlets.
And other residents who continue living there say only Band-Aid solutions have been used and that the mold keeps growing back. Since our Ian Hardwitt started digging in, the city has now ordered a sweeping inspection of the complex while the problem remains unfixed.
I thought that it would be cleared before I moved back home, and it's not cleared.
Larresia Hines reported the mold under her floorboards at the crossing at South Park to codes and regulations in August. This inspection photo shows the mold still there on September 15th. 3 days after the department said the mold needed to be fixed. Afterwards, Hines stayed in a hotel while the Fairdale apartment complex tried fixing her molded floor.
It's still not fixed. I'm still having headaches, and I'm just waiting.
3 weeks ago, the Marion Development Group of Louisville, which owns the property, told us the widespread mold problem at the complex would be fixed by Tuesday. But residents filed new complaints this week. Now the developer says the mold will be fixed by the end of September.
Hines moved in this week after the floor was replaced, but inside the air conditioning closet you can see the dark floor here. That's the old floor. The lighter floor was what's replaced, and underneath that you can see the problem's not fully solved.
A September 25th codes inspector report details mold found throughout unit. An email from property managers told Hines ownership has requested for microanalytics to do testing on your unit once scheduled. This means her unit was never declared mold-free before the complex moved her items back in.
No one is worried about my health but me. So I have to do what I have to do to make sure I'm okay.
Mold also grows up the wall of her neighbor's front door. What concerns Hines most is what you can't see. Lab-tested samples from her home show mold spores are airborne. Property owners promise to do their own testing and say they're following codes and regulations guidelines.
And I just want them to do what they're supposed to do. It's that simple.
Previous inspections and a public health department letter blamed mold on high humidity levels and a malfunctioning HVAC system, an issue seen in the water pooling by Hines' air filter. In Fairdale, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11 on your side.
Codes and regulations told us their officers will perform a full sweep of the complex on Monday. We'll keep you posted on what happens.
Residents struggling with mold or unresponsive property managers are always encouraged to contact the Codes and Regulations Department. You can just dial 311 to report it.